Nice stuff. Well, hello there everyone, and welcome back to a video on my channel for the first time in a long time actually. There's been a bit of a lull with a couple of the leagues I race in as well, plus the ACC stuff I was doing has ended as well. So yeah, there's been a bit of a lull, and I've just been away from the PlayStation, focusing on real world stuff really, like my job and everything else. But here we are, we're back. This isn't going to be a live stream, as you can already tell. It's going to be an extended highlight package of both qualifying and race from the first round of the new League of Europe season. I'm in Division 5, the bottom tier, just like One Hub Racing, and there's a couple of drivers in here that I have raced with before. You'll notice Jamie Metz up there in the McLaren alongside Jess in the McLaren as well. My teammate Slump Con, I don't know who he is. I'm not going to be in a party with him. I'm going to keep myself to myself. We're in the Haas kart for this season, so the worst kart on the bottom tier. Let's see how we get on in that. So League of Europe then. I reached out to on Twitter about 2 months ago, I think it was, when One Hub finished, and then it was going to be finished until about March or April time, we believe, because they're going to have an extended break. And I basically said, any leagues out there looking for drivers, you know what I'm about, I have a slight reputation as a clean, safe driver. And League of Europe said, yeah, we've got reserve spaces in Division 5 from the previous season. There's 2 races left, you can come in as a reserve. And I did. Japan, I finished 10th, and then Brazil, I think I was 7th or 8th, something like that. And got quite a bit of praise from some of the drivers saying that, yeah, I drove well, and I just wanted to do the reserve races really, just to hone my racecraft, to try and be a bit more aggressive when it comes to attacking and defending, because I'm quite passive when it comes to that, and I just usually just trundle around and do my own thing. And I think now it's time to be a bit more aggressive, and if there's an opportunity to take a move, do it, and if there's an opportunity to defend aggressively, do it as well, as long as it's clean. We've got a couple of minutes then before we go to the track for round 1, which is at Imola, which was the final round of One Hub Racing. I haven't been on this game pretty much at all really for the last 3 or 4 weeks since those reserve races at the previous season, so I've done a few laps, got the setup in, and I'm comfortable and raring to go. The weather is set to random, so you don't know what it's going to be like. Hopefully it's not wet, because I've got no wet setup. Short qualifying, 18 minutes, 32 lap race. So that's everything you need to know. I will see you out on track for qualifying. Alright then, so as you can see there, quite a few cars going out onto track. It's going to be full sunny conditions in qualifying and in the race, which is very good. I've got my custom setup hopefully on the car. Indeed it is. Yeah, so these are all the drivers in that are going to be competing this season. Jess immediately out of the session, not too sure what's happened there, but we're going to leave the garage now. Parc Fermé regulations, that's fine. We're going out in the soft tyres. A couple of things, rules and regulations. In this league, unlike One Hub, there's no mandatory 2-stop. You can do a 1-stop if you so need to, and points go down to P12. So the same point structure that you would get in, as we turn everything down here, and I've got a couple of cars behind me. Same point structure we get in One Hub, but you can do a race 1-stopping if you so wish. So the very long pit lane. Limiter off, and for the first time in quite a while, we are now out competitively racing, and it's at Imola as well. So hopefully we can get a decent first lap in. A little bit scrappy, but at least we've managed to get a lap on the board. It's good enough for P3. Wow, that's not bad. There's quite a few drivers out there still yet to set lap times, but we'll take a P3. And yeah, definitely room for improvement. Getting some bad situations as well with my headphones. I think they might be on the way out. Every now and again, the left side of my headphones cuts out, which pretty much means I've only got 50% sound, which is a bit annoying. But nevertheless, we'll fight on with all of our issues. And an issue personally for myself is I'm now suffering from a major toothache, and have been for the best part of 2 weeks. But we'll come back to the pits. We've dropped down to P6 in the meantime. A couple of drivers ahead of us on the mediums, fair enough. Okay, so just under 5 minutes remaining of the session. I'm going to go back out again. We're surrounded by medium runners, which is a bit upsetting because some of these guys could now be making their change onto softs. There's a few guys further back that are a little bit off the pace, as you can see. My teammate's done well though. He's up into P4, quite close at the top. Half a second separates the top 6. We are a little bit way off the pace, but that is to be expected. I am massively out of practice. But we've got another set of soft tyres on the car. So yeah, we'll jump out again. We'll go for our second and final run. Hopefully we can find a bit more time if we manage to keep it clean. If we do keep it clean, we will find some more time, I know that much. There were a few little mistakes, certainly in Sector 1. But yeah, all we can do is just hope for the best. Okay, here we go then. Here we got ourselves back inside the top 10. Yeah, probably improved by 3.5 tenths. It could have been more though. We stay in 11th. It's okay though, it's not the end of the world. We'll probably drop down a few positions. No, we're immediately down to 12th. But at least we could start a fresh set of tyres. You know, it's much starting a set of hards and just go long and see what the race does and how it unfolds. Because it's probably going to be a safety car or two around here. You don't really want to be too stopping because it's such a long pit lane here. Certainly if you're pitting under green flag conditions, you will lose half a lap, honestly. So we'll just cruise it back now. We are done with qualifying and see where we end up with the final classification. So here's the final classification and Ben Scott takes pole in the Alpine. My teammate Slump is up into P6, so that's good for us. As we scroll down, Jav on the mediums in 11th, doesn't matter. We ended up in 14th place. So Ibo 1.7 off us on the mediums, and then Bellon and Empress, two Swiss guys in the Alfa Romeos, quite a way off the pace. Joseph and Jess Game are both retired from the session, but don't worry about qualifying because it's the race where I'm better. So someone has already readied up, which is absolutely criminal. We're going to edit this strategy and we're going to start on the hard tyres. We're going to be a bit mad here. We're going to take some fuel out. Going to start a lap and a half under. So we're going to start on the hard tyres then. Why someone has readied up already, I don't know. Okay, I'm just waiting for the formation lap to begin. I'm probably the only one, where are you going, sir, that's going to be starting on the hard tyres. Which means I'm going to be slow away from the start, and it's going to be absolutely crucial for me to not gain any damage. Because let's say if this goes green flag racing, and I have to pit early for damage and come off the hard tyres, I'm going to be pretty much screwed because I'll be then locked into a two-stop and double stinting the mediums or something like that, or medium soft. So the plan for this race really, as it is just the first race for season, and I am trying to find my feet with a lot of guys that I've never really raced with before. Some of them were in the pre-season, were in the last two races where I acted as a reserve, but most of them have moved on and new drivers have come in. It's just stay out of trouble. If I end up falling towards the back or at the very back within a couple of laps, because there's only a few cars behind me, then so be it. Wow, where am I going? Well, that was smart of me, wasn't it? Anyway, we'll take back our rightful position. I'm not too sure what happened there. Absolutely crucial for me to get as much heat as I can into these tyres. Right, here we go then. First race of the season with League of Europe. It's being live streamed as well, so I will watch this back unless I'm out on something like lap 2, then what's the point? And here we go then. Need to keep it clean, not too bothered about losing positions. But the cleanliness is the utmost importance for the first couple of laps. Okay, we're just sat here right now. We seem to be having an issue and might be getting a lobby restart. The host has left. I think 3 or 4 drivers have now left. Jess has had connection issues and her car is now taking off in either the race by itself or by AI control. But it looks like almost half the field at this point has now left the session. So I've had this happen to me before. I'm going to check the Discord, and there we go, something clearly is going on here. Okay then, so here we are again. It's a full lobby restart. We have to start on the same set of tyres, so that's what we've got to do, unfortunately. So we're starting on the hards. We'll drop the fuel out, 32 laps, so 30 and a half. Yep, that's what we'll do. Yep, I'm going to have to do a lot of warming. A hell of a lot of warming here to get these hards up to temp. There's a bit of confusion about what tyres we had to start on, but as the race didn't start...
Weather shouldn't play a factor today. We're expecting it to remain dry throughout.
Copy that, Jeff. As the race didn't start, everyone has to start on the tyres they selected at the original start, which is why I'm still on the hards. If the race had started and there was a lobby reset or something after 2 laps, then the top 10, or those that qualified inside the top 10, would have to start on the same set of tyres, and then 11th down, they could change. But as the race hadn't even started, and now we've got a full quota of 19, although the guys at the back need to speed up a little bit, because if my tyre temperatures plummet, stuck on the grid waiting for others, I won't be happy. Again, we're sort of going for the long strat here, but I did put up in the Discord that I'm starting this race on hards, and a few people laughed. So yeah, it's not a popular decision to run the hard tyres here. But we're trying to go to something a bit different. I think, why not? Unlike the one hub season that's just gone, or I say just gone, it's been a few months now. You know, I was qualifying regularly inside the top 5, top 6. You would then obviously go for the tried and tested strategy to keep yourself up there. But when you're back in 14th out of the 17 that set a lap time, because the guys on 18th and 19th didn't, sometimes it's better to just do something just a bit random, a bit wild. It could pay off, it might not. However, I am expecting to lose positions at the start. Here we go. All cars now in position. And we'll give this another go. Lights coming on now. In the first round of Division 5 in League of Europe. Here's away. Clean start for me. Gained a position. Oh, I've been nudged in someone else's spun. Oh, he's hard tyres. First lap completed, P13, so we've gained a position out of all this. Now it's just a case of just the guys in front of us are going to disappear. Can we try and bridge a gap over some of the guys behind on the mediums? Just try and keep it clean, keep it penalty free. We've already got a warning. 3 warnings, you get a 3-second penalty, so want to keep them to a minimum if we can. Trying to overdrive the car. We know we're on the hards. Okay, into lap 3 now. And as Jeff is telling me, DRS is enabled. 1.3 ahead of Emperor behind, who's behind us. I've now got 2 warnings, so this is not looking good already. Oh, we've got yellow flags. There's a car off the circuit there to my right. Car feels very twitchy on the high fuel. And these hard tyres, so just surviving at the moment.
Off the throttle earlier on the corners. Let the car slow down naturally before you start braking. That'll help conserve the fuel you have left. The gap to the car ahead is 4.1 seconds.
I mean, I left you the space, dude.
Caution, caution.
Oh, we got a safety car.
Slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your
Oh,
pace.
something's happened. There's been a crash. Up to P11. It's Joseph. He's crashed. So we can save a lot of fuel now, but we were saving good fuel anyway. Quite a few guys I think will be in the pits. Could be a good opportunity for us to get onto the medium tyres, I think. Could have stayed out in the hards and gained a lot in track position. I think at this stage it's easier to just jump onto the mediums. Now we're going to be on pretty much the same tyres as everyone else around us. The hards were slowly starting to come into it a little bit. Having said that, it's very early in the race, and obviously, damn it, that was ridiculous. Well, I'm up to 3 seconds then. That's a shame. But as I was saying, as the fuel load burns off, the car will naturally feel better and better, lighter and lighter. And a lighter car is a quicker car. And obviously if we, let's say, do the mediums here until, I don't know, lap 26 if we can manage it, although I might just play safe and pit around about lap 20, go for another set of mediums, comfortably get me to the end of the race, and we'll have good grip throughout. So let's see how the race develops. I mean, we're not in the worst position. You know, we've gained 2 positions up from the start. Most people around us, I believe, are going to be on the mediums now. Some will be used, some will be fresh. Might be a couple of people out there still on the softs from the start, or mediums from the start. In fact, there will definitely be some from the start.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates,
okay,
remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Alright, he's bunching them up here.
Green flag.
Probably going to be a crash here with some people.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Oh, there's a car round. Don't know who, don't really care. I think someone got nerfed at the front at the chicane. Oh, another contact. Oh, that's a car donking the wall. VSC, VSC.
Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Probably other cars out there with a bit of damage as well. Up to P11. But just trying to play it safe. It's a wild restart to that lap.
Nice move. Good job.
Nice stuff.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
Oh, oh, and the Red Bull hit the inside curve as well and nearly lost it. Pretty sure that Alpine just gave me a nudge from behind. I don't appreciate it. And this guy in the Alfa Romeo, 2 positions ahead of us, is on a used set of mediums. Cars all over the place behind. So we need to get past this Alfa Romeo if we can.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
Needed to be aggressive there. Needed to make that move stick. P9 now.
Seconds.
Okay, into lap 12 of 32 then. The second Alfa Romeo is now ahead of us. He didn't stop either underneath the safety car. So it's going to be important to get past him as well, because both these guys were about 1.5 seconds slower than me in qualifying. So hopefully we'll be up with him by the end of this lap.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
It's one thing I've got with this setup. Quick in a straight line. Feel quite comfortable last few laps following Ghost Recon. With Swip behind us as well. I think we're similar strategy. We're now into P5 ourselves. Other drivers making pit stops. got to think about what time we're going to pit and what tyres. Mediums still feel fine for now, but they do fall off quickly when they do start to go. I ain't got DRS and Strip's going to have a run on me, so I'm not going to make it easy. I'm not going to make it hard for him.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
He's got DRS. And then you get the nice understeer as well. Thanks for that. Okay, we'll follow Strip now for a while. Okay, into lap 20.
Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the mediums.
Tyres look a bit buggered, don't they? Don't think we're going to be able to stretch this to softs. The guys behind aren't catching, but we are falling away from the guys in front of us. Just keep pounding around. The problem we have as well is that when we do make a pit stop, we'll fall down the order because it's such a long pit lane here.
Pit window open. Let's box this lap.
Here we go. And we've also got a Mercedes absolutely catching me hand over fist, but teammate's gone for softs. I'm tempted to do the same and just go for it. Because these mediums are now dying. And he's been running at the front of the field, so that's what we're going to do then. We're going to go for the soft tyres. Got nothing to lose. We'll be out amongst midfield runners. Well, we will be out amongst midfield runners. We'll also be out amongst medium runners. We've got yellow flags towards the end of the lap, and a safety car has come out.
Okay, slow down. Your delta is
So there we go. We're definitely in the pits now for a set of soft tyres, as will everyone else. But what it does mean is that we might be able to gain track position over this. So we might have done quite well out of this.
Go now.
Might do quite well out of this, actually. Looks like when all said and done, we're going to be coming out in P8. Excuse me. On a fresh set of soft tyres. There are other people around us with penalties as well. So we have actually gained out of this. So we've now caught the safety car queue. It's going to be a couple of laps before it comes in. So we've probably got something like a 7 or 8 lap shootout. I don't know if anyone else is going to duck into the pits at the end of this lap. It would make sense now if you have a fresh set of soft tyres to go into the pits and put them on. That tyre wall back there is glitching out. But we have gained out of this safety car. We were due to pit at the end of that lap anyway. And we've dropped down to 8th, when in theory we probably could have been about 11th or 12th.
Safety car
Oh, it is.
Safety car in this lap.
Okay.
Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Here we go then. It's going to be a 8-lap shootout. Whoa, what's the Alpine doing? Very naughty from some drivers there. Jump in the start, jump in the gun if you like.
Okay, good work.
Wow, that was wild. When everyone's going to start getting their elbows out now with just a few laps to go. Dude, I don't like this Williams driver, man. What are you fucking doing? Some really poor driving standards out here by some of these guys. Well, the Alpine buggers off in the pits. Back up to P8 after all that. Yeah, I've got a queue of cars behind me, that's all I need. Three laps to go then, we're sitting in P8. God knows where we'll be at the end. I think I've got enough to cover these medium runners off, and I'm gaining on a couple of the soft runners ahead. Just need to keep it as clean as I can and as quick as I can.
This is your final lap of the race.
Good news is though, well, come on, mate. Even though he's ahead, he's got 9 seconds worth of penalties. I've got 6. I will jump him. As long as I stay with him.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
If anything else dramatic happens in the final lap, it's probably going to be a P9. Looking around us, other people's penalties. Ah, oh, damn it. Can't believe I picked up a penalty right at the very end there. That's going to actually kill me. I'm going to drop down to 11th here. I think I'm going to drop down to P11 once all this is done. Purely because of that penalty at the end. Yep, it has. By 600ths of a second I've lost out to Jess. Oh, that's frustrating. Having said that, the driving standards in there half the time was shocking. Absolutely shocking. So there we go then, the final classification from round 1 of the Division 5 League of Europe. Energetics in Red Bull wins the race. My teammate was 2nd, so that's good. Marcy 3rd for Mercedes, Swip in 4th, Ghosts, Axel, Jav, Jamie in 8th, Ben in 9th, Jess in 10th, myself in 11th, and Rick G in 11th. So Ibo, Harry, Riordan, and I think that was it. The others did retire. Yeah, it's a shame with the that extra 3-second pit I had at the end. If it wasn't for that, I would have been in 8th. So pretty disappointing to lose out there right at the end. Yeah, it's just one of those, I think, where, well, the first race is done now. We got it to the end and picked up a couple of points. We started 14th, finished 11th. I mean, the pole man, he finished 9th, so you know, my day was better than his. So overall, I think, yeah, I mean, it's the first race of a new season with a new league, so it's a lot of drivers are racing against each other possibly for the first time. They might not know how each other races as well, but certainly you've got to take into account that how fast Imola is and how narrow it is as well. But some people, I think, out there was some weird moves going on from some people, a lot of weaving from a few people, and I got tapped at the final corner as well by the Aston Martin of one of them. I think it might have been Jav, to be honest. I'll probably put something in Discord and say, people need to realise how wide their car is and stuff like that, and see what's being said. But there we go. The first race of a new season with League of Europe is done here at Imola. Qualified in 14th, finished 11th. If it would have been 8th if I didn't pick up that dumb penalty at the final chicane. But quite a few positives to take away from that. I'm not feeling 100% anyway with all the medication that I'm on. I'm sort of a bit trippy because of my toothache, a little bit tired as well, and Imola's not one of my strong circuits. I'm sure there'll be better races to come in the future, but at least we've managed to finish the first race of the season with a couple of points, and we can build on that. So thank you very much for watching this extended highlight package of both qualifying and the race from League of Europe, and I'll see you all for the next one very soon.